Hey guys, it's Life Out Loud. You got Rock, Mike, and we're here in Fort Myers, Florida, in Lakes Park. It's beautiful out today. But we're here to talk about something that ain't so beautiful, like when life puts your dreams on hold. And Mike here's been going through a little bit of a rough time because he's been trying to get into this really good university for video stuff, and he's hit another roadblock. So he got the news yesterday and was just feeling down about it. So I'm just gonna let him tell you how he's been feeling, and we'll talk about it.
Alright, so this university, I've been looking into it since I was in the 6th grade. I was 11, 12 years old. That was a good 11, 12 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. And I've still been interested in this school. And like I was saying in the last video, how you have to pursue your dreams, and how the dream I want to pursue with the production company, moving out to LA or California, not necessarily LA, but this is part of the steps I have to take in order to achieve that goal, because I will learn everything I need to in digital cinematography. So, like I said, and we talked about it, your dreams are going to be put on hold because of reasons such as this. It could be financial, it could just be you're not mentally ready, or your work life, if you have to do school, or if you have a social life, it might get in the mix and you won't be able to pursue it. So right now, I'm unable to pursue this goal, and it has to be put on hold. And right now, I'm just feeling, like we talked about in the last video, defeatist. Just feel and I'm self-defeated because I'm telling myself all these negative things, when in reality, I'm just really frustrated at the situation right now. That's why we decided Rock decided we should do this video and capture the moment of the anger and the self-defeating personality that comes out of all of us when we're put at a stop sign when trying to pursue our dreams. So it's a very frustrating point, and we're doing this also because we're going to show you, like, everyone's human, everyone's going to go through it. But the fact of the matter is, are you going to allow yourself to be defeated, or are you going to continue to pursue and create the path to pursue it? Are you going to bulldoze over that roadblock and just keep going towards your dream, or are you just going to back it up into reverse and look for something else and shy away from what you want to do?
That's true. Sometimes you do have to, like, renegotiate your plans for your dream. And like Mike was saying, sometimes life just throws you curveballs, whether it's your work doesn't let you have enough free time to do school, or whether it's just life in general, if you're married, or if you got kids, or if you're just seeing somebody and they're just like really not trying to get into what you're into. Those kind of things will definitely cause you to have some kind of frustration, and they definitely will put your stuff on hold. But you can't give up on it. I mean, Mike's situation is a unique one, where although he really at this present time is on a hold, like you said, a stop sign, because at the present time he can't move forward, he also has come to the realization, and I'm saying this not because I'm talking for him, but because we spoke before we came on camera, that he's realizing that his present situation has been set up in a way where he can actually do something about this. It's just going to take a little longer for him to achieve it. But since he's been wanting to do this since he was in the 6th grade as a little boy, to add 7 more months onto the waiting list, if he goes after what he really wants to go after, the reality of it happening in about 7 months is a reality. It can happen. And a lot of times, like he was just saying, when you initially hit that roadblock, you feel like saying screw it and throwing your hands up and saying, you know what, it's too much, I don't even want to bother with it. And and then I talked with him and I told him, well, look, if it's something that you wanted to do since 6th grade, and we're in 2015 and you still have that dream, sometimes you have to look at the reason why you want to do that dream. Is it because the prestige of that dream is more attractive than the actual doing of that dream? Or is it sometimes just, that you know what you want and you're going to go for it regardless, because it's not only the prestige of that achievement, it's also that you're going to utilize that achievement to do something bigger than what you initially set out to do. And I think that's Mike's mindset. He really wants to get into this video stuff. I mean, he's been in it. He's our cameraman, and well, he's been in front of the camera, but he's also the one who takes care of the cameras, and so he wants to really. That's his passion, and he really wants to do it. But right now he's on a hold, And there could be that could go for anything in life, whether it be a school plan, or whether it could be a job plan, or whether it could be even a relationship plan. Sometimes life throws you those curveballs, like we were talking about in our last video, that sometimes in the last video we were talking about not even trying to start it because you don't believe you could do it, and in this video where he's actually trying to do it and can't do it at the present time, and that's causing him to want to go back to the topic we talked about in our last video. But he's not going to allow that to. Right now, the man is hurting. He's pissed. He doesn't even want to contemplate his dream anymore, really. But this is temporary setback, and you got to remember that if you're trying to do something and these kind of things happen, you have to just swallow it. I know it sounds easier said than done, but sometimes you just got to like push it down, take a deep breath, and try to look at it from the life out loud point of view, which 9 out of 10 times is trying to look at strange situations or bad situations, apparently bad situations in your life, and try to put a positive spin on it. Whereas right now he can't go ahead and do it. He can do it perhaps in 7.5 months. He can actually begin to do it. So I was trying to let him know that at this present time he should take that time, that 7 months, to reanalyze what it is that he had in his mind, and to reanalyze his plan and find out everything he can find out about it in those 7 months. So that way when he actually has the ability to do it, he can be positive of the fact that that's what he wants to do. And so we were talking about that, but I guess you could elaborate a little bit more on that. I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you have an idea and you can't make it take off right away. But,
And it also look at it at a different perspective, and I can look at it like, well, it wasn't meant to be, I'm not going to do it. Or I can look at it like, no, I'm like, there's an option for me to do this, let me do that option, maybe taking a little bit longer, but what's 7.5 months compared to 10 plus years that I was looking into doing it? Or it could be the simple fact that maybe it was, it happened, and it happened for a reason being, maybe it's not the right move for me yet, because graduate, these schools are expensive. This is about an $80,000 program for a bachelor's degree. And let's face it, if I do it now, would I be able to take care of all the financial burdens that comes with it, student loans and things such as that? Or would I be better set up in a few months from now that will let me take on that financial burden and put me in the right places that I need to be?
that's like we were saying in our last video, sometimes you got to go in reverse and rethink your plan and go forth anyway, and then hit it from a different angle. And I think this pause has actually been a little beneficial, although at the present time you don't think about it, but at the present time this pause might be beneficial to him, because it actually allows him to analyze the reasons why these things happen, and he's come to the conclusion that perhaps right now at this time it wouldn't be a good thing, because he's talking, it's an $80,000 program that he wants to get into, and it's a lot of money that you have to pay back. And so sometimes whereas in these 7 months it'll eliminate some of that cost, but he wants to do it now. But he's looking at it, and the cool thing is that he's not willing to give up on his dream. He's frustrated as all heck right now, definitely. You can see it in his face. The guy is broke, but it can happen. 7.5 months, he gets to choose whether he wants to pursue it or whether he wants to just go a whole different route. But at the same time, in those 7.5 months, he's going to be benefiting himself financially by putting away some money. And so it's like a win-win actually. Right now it seems like a lose-lose. In those 7.5 months, it's going to end up being a win-win for him, because whether he chooses to pursue it, he's going to be better financially situated. So if he chooses to go a totally different direction, he still has a financial cushion. So, that is, in Mike's case, that dream is something that requires financial stability and financial changes. But if it's like an idea of, you want to lose weight, or if it's something like you want to, move to a different place, all those things, the same thought pattern pertains to all those things. Those thought patterns pertain towards moving, relationships, anything in life, because a lot of times you just have to look at things and focus on the reason why you want to do it and how you can do it. Just remember, guys, try to keep your head on right, and Mike's feeling bad now, but he's gonna be all right. You can leave your comments for him, give him a couple of kudos on the comments below the video, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Check us out, check out the website, and hang out with us for a while. It's Life Out Loud, and that's it. What you got to say? Anything to say, Mike?
No, you covered pretty much everything.
All right. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Take care.